Hey guys, it's the Shy Simmer here, and today we're going to be doing a $10,000 tiny house build. So at first I'm just randomizing a couple Sims. I made their story out just to give them some kind of a personality. It ends up being a mother and a daughter. Right now I'm just answering a few random questions through story mode, but let's see what the random Sim is that we're going to get. Oh no. So I ended up changing him to something, a little bit more pleasant. But he has a career that's unemployed, skill fitness, writing skill, and he started off with a regular amount of money. So I just go ahead and randomize him until I get that lady. I thought she fit a little bit better. And then this is her little daughter. Just randomizing it a couple times, seeing what we get. And we ended up settling on this one. I thought they made a really cute family. I did age her up just to get a peek of what she would look like when she was a grown up. So I'm picking this woman's trait, something a little bit better, and I ended up giving her the eco lifestyle goal. I ended up giving her loving the outdoors, and then a couple other things, to keep her green, because I do end up putting her in the new eco lifestyle neighborhood. And I do end up making her house, kind of eco lifestyle. It has candles instead of lights, and I thought that it would be something that maybe down the road, they could put in some solar panels or wind turbines or anything of the sort. So there's the $10,000 budget that you can see we have, and we're going to go ahead and start building. And this is the basic layout that I came up with. The mother does end up having a Murphy bed. I've heard they end up working a lot better now that the release of the Murphy beds that came with tiny homes has been out a little bit longer. They've had a little bit more time to work out a couple kinks. So we end up having a living room / bedroom for the mother. That little room over there is for the daughter. Then we have a 3x1 bathroom and then a little kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting a couple things in. I do love this door that we got with Nifty Knitting Stuff. I think it's super cute. And I love the swatches that it comes in. They're very bright and very pastel colors, and I just think it looks really cute on the front of a house. So I am going to be putting a dining table that only has 2 chairs. We only have 2 Sims, and it is a tiny house, so I figured why waste the space on a bigger table, I guess. So it ends up going in this little nook over here, right next to the Murphy bed. And with this build, obviously with it being $10,000, we didn't have that much for decoration. But if you saw my $5,000 build, which I'll probably link down below, or maybe in one of these corners, you'll see it somewhere. They barely had a TV. They had a giant penguin TV. But at least these people have, a square TV. Let's bring the 80s back. They got this. So now we're going to move over to the kitchen. We did have to end up using the cheapest stove and the cheapest counters. The kitchen is just a very expensive thing to build in general. So using the cheaper appliances does tend to make it at least a little bit better. I know that I used the really cheap stove because it worked off-grid, and I believe that I used a more expensive refrigerator because it works off-grid. And I wanted this house to be, off-grid friendly, I guess you could call it. Because like I was saying with this build, I don't have it necessarily set up right now where it could be completely off-grid. Well, actually it might be able to be because, the oven is off-grid, the fridge is off-grid. I know the shower I used is, but I'm not sure about the sink and the toilet. Those ones I'm not entirely sure, like I said, if they are off-grid. But that was kind of the whole goal for this house, was to hope that, after a little bit of building, maybe you could afford some solar panels and stuff, like I said, to, get the house running. And even if not, you could always sell those for utility needs and get a little bit extra cash. Either way works. I just thought that it would be, a fun little build, whether or not it's completely off-grid. So here we are working on the bathroom. We put the sink, the toilet, the shower. I love this university shower. It is a must-have for tiny builds. Honestly, I saw people using it in videos when the the university pack came out, and I honestly bought the pack just for that shower. That shower is so useful. I love it to death, and you will see it in almost every tiny build that I or somebody else does. It's just super convenient. You're allowed to make the bathroom so much smaller because of it. So you can see that I'm looking at the different solar panels and wind turbines. Did not quite have enough money, but I really, really wanted to put them in already. And now in the corner, you can see that my laptop was dying. I had to remedy that, but it's okay. I have a MacBook. It is, let's think, I got it in 2015, 2016, so 4 or 5 years old now. So it's hitting its last couple legs, unfortunately, but it's still reliable. I'm still using it right now to edit this video, so hopefully she still has some life left in her. And here I am just going around and putting the windows on, trying to make sure they look even. I am honestly terrible about placing windows. They irritate me. They're never even. They never look like they look quite right, but it's okay. We'll figure it out one day. So now we're just going ahead and putting some flooring in. And honestly, putting the flooring in on this build, I was actually a little bit worried about it. It might sound silly, but I did a previous build. I actually haven't edited that video yet. I will be editing it and putting it up. But in that build, I was trying to redo one of the apartments, and for some reason, it would not let me put flooring down. I have no idea why. But thankfully for this build, it let me put my flooring down, and I was much happier. But now we're just going ahead and working onto the walls. I just did some simple colors. I thought, because, it's 2 girls in the house, maybe they'd like, some pink walls. I just thought it'd be fun. The outside of the house ends up being pink too. I don't know, I just thought it'd be a cute little pastel little house. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I just think that the bright colors are wicked cute. You'll see them in quite a few of my builds. I like to use the bright colored front door and the bright colored paint and bright colored chairs. I made the chairs pink too because why the heck not? But, I'm trying to find something for the child to play with now, and I think I ended up picking out an art table for them because they are crafty. But I actually ended up having to sell it to make sure that we could get a couple other things that we needed. So unfortunately, the child does not have the little craft table that they probably want. But unfortunately, we all have to make sacrifices. And I'm just going ahead and putting around the little lights that I said. Remember, I said I was going to be using candlelight, so I'm using this little lantern. I'm using that little flower succulent-like candle. I really think that one's cute and really pretty. And then I really like this little half wall. I use this little wall a lot because it can actually tuck into other walls like you just saw me do when you're using move objects and you can't see it on either side. So it doesn't have to be the size that they show it. You can always kind of shove it halfway into a wall, but I think it makes a really nice room divider. It divided the room like I wanted it to without you looking really bulky and in the way. But for right now, I'm just trying to figure out more lights. You can see I only have $144 left, so that is not a whole lot to light the house with. And now I have 19. But anyways, I'm looking and I'm putting in the lot traits to help make it more eco-friendly. I'm putting in the great soil just because maybe they want a garden, and then the natural well, and then I put the eco lot in. If you're ever doing a off-the-grid build, the natural well and the geothermal, I think is the other one, are 2 really great builds to have. It lowers your heating bill, which lowers your electricity, I believe, and the natural well lowers your water bill. So between that and all the off-the-grid appliances we have, if they're not all off-the-grid, they're at least most way, you might actually have enough where you're making money or at least not losing money with your utilities. I haven't actually play tested that to check it out, but if you do download this or if you build something similar, that could be a good perk to living here. I really love building tiny houses where there's eco perks and like I said, the solar panels and the wind turbines, because I love living there for almost free. It's really fun, and especially since I like to do a lot of like rags to riches or just starting off broke, or I don't really like to play as rich Sims. At that point, everything's been done. The whole point pretty much in The Sims is to raise the bars and get money and build your house and build a better life and go from a tiny little shack like this to some big old mansion, however you want to do it. But this is the way that I like to play. If you guys are wanting to see Let's Plays, not Let's Builds like I'm doing right now, but Let's Plays where I do like a series, like Rags to Riches, or the Big Sister Challenge is another one, or the Black Widow Challenge, Hunter Baby Challenge. If you want to see me do any of those, let me know. I really want to do a challenge series, but I don't know which ones you guys might want to see. There are just so many challenges out there, and I know there are a lot of build challenges too, so I've been trying to do some of the build challenges or make it a little bit more challenging. That's why I'm doing right now the $10,000 build. But like I said, if there's some Let's Plays that you want to see, or if there's a series that you would like me to make, just let me know, because I really think it'd be a fun thing for us to do together. So with this trash can, that's the finishing touch, and let's go on the walk through the house. So here's my favorite door, and then you walk in, and here's the Murphy bed, thermometer, little breakfast nook, the tiny little TV. And then you walk in here, and here's the bathroom, sink, mirror, toilet, shower, and then the little kitchen with the eco-friendly appliances. And then here we have the child's room. So with that, you've pretty much seen the entire build, and I really want to thank you guys for coming on this little journey with us today. And like I was saying earlier, if there's anything that you guys want to see, want me to make a video of, any kind of Let's Plays that you would like me to do, just let me know. I really want to make sure I'm making content that you guys want to see. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.